Kevin Kruger, Miami Athletic Association is one way folks might know me. My neighbors, Ashley with 2 E's.
2 E.
That's the Instagram handle as well. And then Vladimir Salas from Vladimir Fitness, founder.
Kettlebell weight loss coach.
While we're on camera, you might as well flash your logo. Hit that link in bio. So he's like a Da Vinci. He's like a modern day Da Vinci. That's what's going on. He is genius.
The beefed up Da Vinci.
Marty AF as well, if you're following on the Instagram. What's the Instagram?
Kettlebell weight loss coach.
Right. Cool. I've been following about 5 years now. We met at Muscle Beach, Miami Beach, that is, off of Ocean Drive when they were doing a little photo op for the local commissioner and expanded and enhanced what was a rickety pull-up bar.
Listen, I was there because they said they needed models.
They needed handsome
models, and then of course Kev was there because Kev's always there. It doesn't matter where you are, he's there.
Always. yeah. Shopping groceries if you had pretty workout sessions and stuff. I just got myself some cutie oranges, some cutie girl phone numbers, some apples, some oatmeal stuff. And Ashley, you're a Texan.
Yep.
How did you end up in Miami?
Yeah.
How'd you end up with this guy? They are a couple as well. So the couple that works out together.
Yeah. I'm usually dying. I moved to Miami to pursue my career with my job of teaching kids with that are blind and visually impaired at the Miami Lighthouse. And a few months after moving back here in 2019, I met this guy out, and we spent 8 hours at space together. And then after that, I couldn't get rid of him. So yeah, here we are.
Okay, so for those on the international or national scene that haven't been to Miami or heard of space, what hours are these 8 that you spent together?
I think we got there
It's not a normal club.
3:30 in the morning.
Yes, that's why I asked.
I think we rolled out of there, 9:30, 10? I don't know. Something
That's
like
Miami
that.
time.
Or something like
We
that.
left at 10:30 a.m. Got
So-
there at 3:30.
And space is not like a salsa club or something, so this Latino is not shaking his hips quite the same. What drew you to this man? Or vice versa? Did he just harass you and keep following you around like a middle school dance?
Well, I met him at another place before we went to space. And I met him, and we were on the dance floor for 10 minutes at this other place, and he was like, "You just won my extra ticket to space tonight." And I knew who was there, and he didn't know if I even knew what space was. So I was freaking out in my mind, are you serious? Because it was one of my favorite DJs.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Do you even know who's there?" And I'm like, "Clapton is there."
It was 250.
It was $250 at the door. That's why I wasn't going. It was Super Bowl weekend.
Oh,
It was gonna be. It was a wild
2020.
It was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2020. And then we went. Of course, I was gonna take him up on that. I wasn't gonna say no. I didn't even know who he was. I was like, "Yeah, I'll go to space with you."
Right.
100%.
Well, and so Vlad, what's interesting about, I know you had moved here as a child. You left Venezuela?
Yeah, Venezuela.
Oh, true patriotic American, appreciate where you are, because I was watching your post a couple months ago, and I think what folks don't know about Miami is it is truly a free space for Cuban exiles leaving communist country, or Venezuela imploding the last 3 decades under Chavez and whoever else, and economic collapse and inflation. There's Argentina, Chile, and even now we're witnessing Chicago, San Fran, LA, New York, all these within America, you've got cities that are collapsing, and they're choosing Miami. You chose Ashley. One thing in Miami is maybe 75%, I think the stat is 75% are native-born Spanish speakers, and you picked a Texan blonde.
And doesn't speak Spanish.
Right? I've been here 8 years. I have 10 words of Spanglish. We were running by a girl. I came here in the morning to run with Coach Morrow at the 6:30 thing. There's clearly a Coconut Grove run community, and they're all smiles. Everybody's fit, and someone's like, "Yeah, it's her birthday," and I was like, "Feliz cumpleaños." Someone's like, "Oh, am I lying before?" No. So tell me about the connection to grabbing a Texan.
I mean, it was just the vibe. It was just the vibe. She was there alone. I just, sparked the conversation.
He cornered her. You're charming. You're both so charming.
It was my client's birthday party, and I wasn't looking for nothing really serious. I was just trying to have a good time. Just showing face for my clients. This birthday, pull up. She was there, and then we hit the dance floor for a little bit. And I always buy 2 tickets for anything when I was single. I was like, I'm either going with one of my buddies or I'm taking a chick out or somebody's going to go. I have so many friends here that I'll go with someone. I will never pull up on my own.
You don't go to the movie theater alone and sit back and, I got you.
So I did have 2 tickets on me, and I actually had planned to give it to my client for his birthday, but it turns out he left his birthday party early and he left to space and he didn't even tell anybody. So then, I had to bless her with my tickets. She was there at the right place.
You were plan B, Ash.
Hey, that's a great plan B.
5 years later.
Yeah.
So I knew Vlad a little before that. You were already in the fitness world. Ashley, were you doing outside of your education career? So
I enjoy working out. I've always been a part of something, a gym or a workout boot camp, something.
I think what's important is common consumers forget or don't know that fitness is intimidating to a lot of people. It's easier to be a couch potato, and then you do learn to enjoy working out. You enjoy the after effects, maybe that endorphins or the results that you get. So that's a good thing. And Vlad, you shifted into kettlebell workouts specifically, filling a niche that's a popular trend in the fitness community globally, really.
Yeah.
So you're kind of the Miami's kettlebell king, and you got the queen. How the shift into, and those that don't know, I was talking to Vlad today about, you probably have the coolest wrapped vehicle.
Yeah.
It's like a mom minivan.
I'll be tacky.
But it's got the Miami colors, the hot pink. I know he's got the black and white right now, but it's like a hot pink.
Teal.
Miami's colors. With a flamingo. I've been to Krakov. So he's the man about town. You can't spoil
that's the mascot. So yeah, I got into kettlebells. I started training with kettlebells 2018, 2019, and then with the pandemic, there was a huge shortage on everything. So then I was like, okay, we need equipment. My clients need equipment. Everybody needs to be home. You can't find anything. And then so I go to order online on this kettlebell company. I order 14 kettlebells for me and my clients here in Miami. And then 2 days later, they're like, oh, actually, we're out of stock. We're sorry. Here's your money back. And then I had already been putting my logo on shirts, on hats, and things like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start my own kettlebell company. I'm gonna start manufacturing kettlebells. So I looked for a manufacturer, did a small batch of 2,000 pounds, and then from there, it doubled every time. Then 4,000, 8,000, 16, then 30-something plus thousand pounds. And here we are now. We have kettlebells from 9 pounds all the way to 97 pounds. We ship nationwide and to Canada. And just recently, I shifted all of my efforts into growing my online kettlebell community, like my online kettlebell academy, where we teach people how to start eating correct, not just training, how to start eating correctly, picking up habits, and obviously how to train efficiently with the kettlebells so you could get results literally from anywhere. All you need is, I just started with a new client yesterday. He's in New York City. He ordered 2 kettlebells, and we're going to get started. That's all you need. And then going to the Pink Band as a new business, I was like, man, I need some attention.
He needs more attention.
When he sent me the picture of what he was thinking, I was like, yes. All of it, yes. I was like, I put this logo here and put this logo here and put Ivan on the back, so he's chilling with everybody.
A pink and teal band will definitely get some eyes to my new company. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes people honk at me, and I'm like, man, who wants trouble? And it's someone I know. I'm like, oh, videoing me, or like, hey, I saw you, and then like, oh, I didn't see you, and then
also, even had people come up to us at the Dolphins game.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're seeing you in South Beach.
You're you're the people with the van. I'm like, yep, that's it.
And then sometimes it's bad too, because when I want to make some illegal turns or some cutting off, I'm like, okay, you can't. I was like, I can't do
Stop signs are
I can't do people wrong because all they're gonna do is scan the QR code and find me.
Yeah. Oh man.
So I gotta behave good on the streets.
It's so good to see you thriving 5 years and longer. You started as a young man, and I've known you almost 6 years now. And the two of you guys, likewise, your relationship's strong, which is amazing, especially in Miami, right? But as I was helping you unload the van today to prep on your class here at Nucleus Grand Open, and I'm like, how do you guys do this consistently, nonstop? I had a streetwear brand back in Boston before I moved here for a different career, and it's exhausting. And you're on this grind, right? And I know you're shifting a lot of your coaching to online and virtual, which I follow. I see some content, but how do you grind out without burnout?
Yeah, well,
we're doing a lot of events outside right now. So it's nice during the year, it changes. So we'll have the ocean, we'll be on Ocean Drive in the fall. And then when it gets too hot, we're done. And so it's nice because then it's not like we're not out there every single weekend doing that. So it's a nice little break. So I think it evens out.
To your point, yeah. I mean, I was there at the burnout point.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I just had to make the big switch and look at, the numbers and everything was going on. And then that's why I decided just to put all my efforts to online because, the events, they're exhausting. You're talking about we're bringing about 1,500 pounds of kettlebells everywhere, unloading, loading, the hour of coaching, the hour of setup, then the breaking down everything. So I had to stop one thing, and I stopped completely things in person. Not only group stuff. I mean, we did this event today, but my one-on-one training people, I don't train people in person anymore. So it's just completely online, and it comes down to I could go on Ocean Drive and set up my class and do everything, and maybe 100 or 200 people would look at us, or I could post a piece of content and it could get 100,000 views.
By the way, shout out your Instagram handle again.
At Kettlebell Weight Loss Coach.
Okay, it's equally a comedy show.
Yeah.
And the two of them, the stuff they produce, and the stuff that falls out of this man's mouth, or rather his mind. It's hilarious. So it'll be on topic or off topic. If you're up in New York training somebody who's walking around Times Square, it's like Dorothy not in Kansas anymore, but it's like Latino visiting, you get Miami time in New York, and the city that never sleeps, and man, it's funny. So
that is the realest of the real of his personality too.
Oh, I love it. And your boy Brian, I remember 5 years ago, you guys were producing during that Super Bowl. Remember that one of my favorite video posts is you dodging the palm trees with the football in the hand and running right before my ears in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you had just posted that.
So great production, so great friends around you.
Yeah, and back then I was doing a lot of those, kind of I would call those more kind of entertainment, flashy, fitness things. Now I'm switching, even though my delivery is funny and things like that, but I'm switching more to value. As someone that is trying to lose the gut, trying to get strong, as my audience, how can I bring value to this person? Right. So that's kind of my focus has switched to that. How can I be more valuable to the audience? And it's shown. I've been able to grow 10,000 followers organically since January. Since January, we're in July right now, so it's been going good. It's been a grind every day. Even 9 p.m. to bed, 5 a.m. wake up, even on the weekends, and luckily we're going on vacation next week.
Oh, that's great. Where this vacation? Colombia?
For a wedding.
We're at Cartagena.
We're ready.
Cool.
I need a break.
All right, well, we opened the conversation on relationship. What's going on? Where's the ring?
Oh my God.
We're friends. Let's hit him with the reverse Uno card. Where's your girl?
I told you, I'm picking up cuties downstairs. You squat on me.
Kevin, we got a magnet for crazy.
I think every time I see you, you tell me another crazy thing. For the last one, I'm like, God, can I get you going?
All I'm asking for is single, secure, and sex. So
Don't do last.
Single, secure, and boss. I was like,
Yeah, I let go of the Boston fan. They don't have to like sports or whatever. They can,
it's fine. Oh man.
Yeah, so we met when I was getting, in my side hustle, we'll call it. I was trying to build up a fitness community, and I recognized, we just talked about the Super Bowl, like Miami can be a hub. It already is, but it could be a bigger hub for fitness. As I was encouraging the city of Miami Beach in particular, because it's kind of like the tourism industry in Miami is following Miami Beach. That is the beach. Yeah. It's the posh hotels and so on. It's where everyone wants to be. But there's also this local vibe tribe of fitness people. I mean, South Beach is famous for its models and its South Beach diet. And I'm not talking about the vodka tonic sodas or whatever. I'm talking about diet, nutrition. Like every other block is a yoga studio. Every twice a block is a yoga studio or fitness thing. And that's how I started networking. And you were one of the first people to encourage and participate. And then we got the city to do class activations where we contracted you. We contracted Anthony, our host here at Nucleus. He was our very first coach. And I don't know how a man could do a jump push-up, but ooh, that guy was awesome. We had boxing classes by Mark, who's in your building.
Yeah.
Who just kicked off his own little 5K on Wednesday nights. So maybe you can incorporate Mark. You might want to bring in the kettlebell crew before or after. And then we got locked out. Yeah. Literally.
Got shut down. I remember it was like a whole year of prep that we were going to do that because the push was for March.
Yeah. And when it was March 12th, I had a basketball clinic with 2 NBA veterans that my partner Tony Thomas was friends with. And, also the city didn't do a good job. Like, I'd been talking to them for a year. And we got 6 days notice to put this together. So with that red tape, I kind of backed off. The Parks and Rec came out and interrupted our NBA coach basketball clinic. I mean, it was all free, made it all free to the public. And, sometimes the city can't get out its own way. They're not the only ones, but it really has to come through commerce. So I'm shifting into Miami Athletic Association to promote sports tourism, the Super Bowl level stuff, the F1, get these hotels to recognize that they've got to market to these baseball fans, for instance, from LA, Chicago, or whatever. The Marlins fans won't show up. Sorry, Marlins, but you got to have some way to see. Last year was fun. This year you're back to the cellar. They can't get 10,000 fans. That means you got 40,000 other tickets to sell. Yeah. Get them into the hands of sports tourists. So that's kind of my theory in a nutshell. But I get to do it on the side and with all this red tape and the startup. So I applaud you guys for not burning out to the level that, a lot of entrepreneurs do. So what's next for Vladimir Fitness and the family, the two of you? Either answer. A one take one.
Oh, this guy's got his big 3-0 coming up in October. He's turning 30. That's like the third time you turned 30 now. Like new decade, new Vlad.
Yeah. We're going to Ibiza. Nice little celebration over there for my 30th birthday, October. It'll be 12 months of me being sober. Completely sober. I cut out everything, and now it's October.
Right, but let's also clarify, you're not a recovering alcoholic.
No.
By any.
If you think about it, and we were going to like a dinner, we'd go out to a club, and we do social. Drink here, drink there, this and that, and then you end up having 2 or 3 drinks a week, and like our health was just not, and I feel like my mind was just brain fog.
Yeah,
exhaustion.
You wake up groggy. It's so interesting that we went to that topic because as I was finishing up with the Miami Athletic Association, I actually had some more goals. And one of them is to take the monthly social 5Ks I used to do and shift them into brand new hotel build-outs. My day job is commercial real estate brokerage, so hotels are part of it. And Miami's built on the hospitality industry for the last 100+ years. It's only recently gotten tech and finance and stuff in the last couple of decades. So when there's a new hotel built out, you guys are one of the first to hear this. I'm talking to Elena, shout out, who invited me here to Nucleus. And Elena and I have been talking about, because she's a fitness events producer. She's got her own, and she'll come down and like produce Nucleus, be the woman behind the scenes, right? And I would love to see a new hotel get built out and invite all the hospitality professionals, the executives, and you treat it like corporate team building or whatever, corporate team building and wellness. But then they get to showcase their amenity deck to other professionals in the industry. Like some of these industries, like hospitality, like you don't always stay at one company. You go and you work for the other one. So if you're at Marriott, you might go work for whoever else, Anyway, so that's my vision, is to offer non-alcohol. So in my 5 years of my fitness activations, we never include alcohol. There's enough of that. Every single networking is alcohol infused, which is fine. I do those in my other side of professional life. But if I want to produce something for fitness, it's going to be fit, and I call it networking out. Copyright 2020, so nobody could stay tuned on that. You'll again probably be one of my first set of coaches that we bring in. It'll be really fun to have you guys. But we're gonna finish with this relationship. Where are we going from here?
This is back as
I'm their neighbor. I'm like 3 blocks away. So like,
we've been together 2 years ago. We just signed another year lease. We're super happy at the Flamingo. It's
been going good.
Expensive, but it's nice,
Yeah, just trying to keep up. Just trying to keep up with
the balcony. Is like
a question. There should be politicians next. So
oh God, I'm gonna go into.
Anyways, guys, you can find me at Kettlebell Weight Loss Coach. If you need kettlebells, you can go to BlaminkaFitness.com. We ship to the whole U.S. and Canada. Free shipping after $150. Where can they find you, Coach?
Thank you. Where can you find me?
Yeah.
Personally, Head Coach Kev.
That's your IG?
Yeah. The Miami Athletic is the other Instagram for the sports tourism, network. And then, but Head Coach Kev, if you feel like follow me, follow my 2 or 3 dabbler, like he says.
How about you, Ash?
My handle is Ashley with W with the W 2, the number 2 E's EDS. Because I don't spell my name normal, and it's been annoying my whole life. So, come check me out. I try to do some funny things too. I post some kettlebell workouts. Yeah. I promote Happy Juice. This is my new fantastic journey I've been on. Fix my gut, lost a lot of weight, love it, and I help Vlad promote Vladimir Fitness. So,
Hell yeah.
I'm so grateful for our friendship. And,
we love seeing you everywhere, Kev. Even when I'm roller skating on ocean,
I might be longboard in this thing.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. You're everywhere, Kev. You're everywhere.
Oh. All right. Well, we look forward to another update in a future podcast. So thank you, Nucleus.
Shout out to Nucleus.
Yeah.
Later, guys.